Drew. I appreciate you scheduling something to meet today. How can I help, brother? What's going on?
Yes, sir. So I was actually talking to Jennifer Montoya, Jeremy. I'm sure that they are. They were, they were saying that you've been super instrumental, super helpful in helping them lead gen and things like that. And then they were like, dude, you have to talk to Shad. And I was like, all right, dude, I got you. I'm going to talk to Shad. So then I am glad that we're able to jump on this call.
I appreciate them, and I appreciate you too. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to connect. Tell me a little bit about what you're looking to accomplish, how I can bring value to you, and
Yeah, absolutely. I was doing real estate before I joined Sub 2. I've spent countless thousands of dollars on lead gen, PPC stuff and direct mail, all that stuff. And it's just at the end of last year, maybe October of last year, I was like, this sucks because the return is there. It's not like the money went all over the trash can, but it was just more like with the amount of money that I'm spending, obviously when it comes to PPC, I know there are people that are spending 50 grand a month or something like that. It wasn't up to that scale, but at the same time, it's I was like, we're just dumping a lot of cash for low returns and things like that. And we didn't have the systems set up with the back end and not be able to get to them quick enough. And it's just when it comes to PPC, I know it's within a minute, you got to get on the phone.
Right.
Shoot, dude, I was not doing that. I was like, we're just burning so much cash. So then we stopped all lead generation. And right now we're focusing on direct to agent stuff and reaching out to wholesalers. But at the same time, I really want to get in front of sellers again. I really want to be able to generate my own leads and actually get the sellers and things like that.
Absolutely. And you're 100% right. It is definitely tough to generate leads, but then once you generate leads, it's a whole different problem, and it depends on how you generated the leads. And there's a lot to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know that we were texting a little bit. You were just like, hey, your skip tracing thing's not up and running yet. So I wanted to be able to get an insight on where you're generating leads from, if you can help generate some leads. Because I don't mind spending money on leads, but it's just I don't want to spend money to someone or some place that's not going to give me what I'm looking for.
Yeah, exactly. So I got Penny Skips launched. That's live right now. Cool. So it's the affordability leader. So just our goal there is to try to lower marketing costs for people. Because to get deals, you need leads, and to get leads, you need data, and that data can get really expensive really quick, especially when you're pulling the proper amounts of the data. So that's the affordability leader that we're doing there. And then we have verified skips, which we're building right now, which is more like a deep prospecting tool, just giving tons more data and clarity into information. That takes a little bit of time, but yeah, Penny Skips is up and running. What I specialize in, what I've put my time into, is the call center. So for almost 3 years, I've been running a call center specifically for REI. And at this point, we have close to 50 virtual assistants, give or take. It's always up and down because you know how VAs are, right? We only want to keep the best of the best. So we're letting people go all the time. We're hiring new ones. Some people work out, some don't. And we're making last week we made about 1.3 million dials. We're making about 4 to 5 million dials a month. Total aggregate of all the markets. And we've learned quite a bit and generate a good amount of leads now because we have our data buttoned up pretty well. We have our call center buttoned up pretty well. We have our QA, quality assurance team. They're checking everything. We're launching a new thing called the SEAL team, where we're going after higher pain points. So people that are on multiple lists, like foreclosure and it's vacant, or maybe it's bankruptcy and tax delinquent, or foreclosure or something. So we're triple dialing those. And then if we can't get a hold of them, we're taking it down a special path, which will lead to direct mail as well as door knocking eventually. But we've learned a lot about how to really filter through our data, through our leads, through our prospects, to ultimately try to squeeze every ounce of juice out of the lists that we pull. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at in the life cycle of things. And then most recently, in the past 3 weeks, this is our third week now, we're building an underwriting team so we can really look at deals 7 different ways, right? What is the cash number for fix and flip, short-term rental, mid-term rental, long-term rental, affordable housing, create a novation, as well as a wrap. 7 different ways to exit a property, both creatively and cash. And that's really, I think, what the industry is missing, is that level of granularity at every stage. Because you literally can't do it 1 or 2 people at a time. You need full departments I use a lot of McDonald's as analogies. So imagine a McDonald's, even with all the technology and everything they have currently, as of today, imagine if there was only one or two people trying to run during lunch hour or dinner hour an entire McDonald's, even with all the efficiencies they have. They don't set it up that way because they have dedicated people at different stations. Like the guy on the fries, his only job is to man the fries. The guy on the burgers, his only job is to flip the burgers and do the grill. Everybody has their role and they just play their role, and that conveyor belt just works. That assembly line is just flawless. And that's what we're trying to build here is how do we have not just one VA on the phones, but how do we get 25 virtual assistants on the phones? Because you need to train them. And it takes the same amount of time. If I were going to spend an hour, hour and a half a day training one person, I might as well train 25 of them or 30 of them at a time. Economies of scale. If today we had like 2 or 3 people, I'm not sure because I don't handle, we have an HR department now as of recently. And so they do the recruiting, hiring, and help with training. So Diana runs that. And I know I read the text this morning. I know one person was sick. Another one was like, I have internet issues or something happened. If there's somebody doing something, then you need redundancies. So if you've ever had VAs, like you know how that plays out. They have emergencies. They can't make it in. They have internet or electric issues. They have life events happening. But going back to McDonald's, have you ever been to McDonald's and like, I'm sorry, sir, Stephanie didn't show up. So, it's going to be an hour before you're going to get your food. No.
Oh man, it'll be the last time I go to McDonald's.
Yeah, like they're like, okay,
Yeah.